So what's the regular way we work with files in macOS? Let me give you a demo. I come to my browser. Let's say that I need to download this image and I need to upload it to Twitter. What do you usually do? You come here and download it first. Just gonna come here to download. Page 3 is what I want. I download it. Okay, just gonna here, save as, downloads, that's fine. So what do you usually do? You come to the application itself, click here, and you look for the image, or you usually go to Finder and then drag the image here, right? So if I come here, here's the image. I can drag it to something like Yoink, for example, drag it over here. Makes it a little bit easier, but it's not optimal. Let me show you a better way. There's this tool called Trickster. I'm just going to press F4 here. That's the key map that I configured. Gonna show you in a little while. Notice that it's tracking my downloads directory and other directories that I choose, right? So if I press F4, it's gonna hide again. Gonna press F4 in this location. Notice where it's gonna show up. It follows my cursor, right? So I can just drag the image to here and there I have it, right? So this is a test song that I uploaded a few years ago. Let me just post this real quick. And that's it. Pretty simple. Let's try something else. Let's say that you need to share a document, right? Let's say that you're working on a Word document or a Markdown document. And in my case, I'm going to share it in Discord. So let's go here to NeoVim, and I'm just going to open my test markdown.md document, and I'm just going to print it as a PDF. Leader MP, that is going to bring this up. Just going to here, Command P to print it. Save as PDF. Yep, I want to save it as a PDF, KC, Q, and I'm going to save it here in my downloads. And let's say that now I bring up Discord. Here it is. I'm gonna press F4. And you're gonna notice that the file is there, right? So I didn't need to go anywhere. It's just tracking my downloads folder. I can drag the file here and I can send it as a PDF. Let's just hit enter here and the file is there. If I bring Trickster up again, right, I can see the files that I have downloaded. What happens if I double click this PDF? Notice that it's just going to open the file and I can view it there without any issues, right? What happens with other files that I have downloaded? Notice that I downloaded this one a few days ago. If I double click on it, I can open it as well. You can also right click on files here and do different stuff. You can delete them, rename them, show them in Finder, and all that stuff. Let's say that, for example, as well, you just created DaVinci Short, right? And you need to share it in YouTube, same thing, right? Or let's say that, for example, you need to share it to your iPhone via AirDrop. You do the same thing. You just download the file, press F4, the video is gonna show up here. Let's say that, for example, is one of these videos, this one. You just right click, share, AirDrop. You can share it to your phone just like that. Pretty simple. So I'm just going to mark this as done here because we already demoed this. I already let you know that you can do this as well. You can also open files from Trickster. I already showed that. So as you can tell, this makes your life way easier. So you don't have to be jumping between applications. You usually navigate to Finder, look for the file, copy it, paste it somewhere else, and it's just a pain. So let me open the settings to show you how this is configured. I'm just gonna type here F4 and I'm gonna come to this downloads filter that I have here. Just going to right click on it. There are two things that you need to do. Configure file tracking. Let me click there first. And notice that the filter is called downloads, but I'm monitoring or I'm watching different folders. I'm watching the applications folder, CleanShot, downloads, images, movies, OBS, pictures, YouTube. So any file that is added to any of these folders is just going to show up when I bring the menu up. So that is file tracking, okay? Besides that, let me just close this. I'm just gonna type F4 again, and I'm going to right click here on the downloads folder, and I'm just going to click on edit filter. I need to add the folders that I want to monitor here as well. CleanShot, OBS, YouTube, images, downloads. I think that if you don't do these 2 steps, it's not going to work properly. So just make sure that you give it a try and let me know down in the comments, right? So again, just as a reminder, remember, right click here, configure file tracking, and edit filter. Notice that you can have multiple filters. The one that I use 100% of the times is this one. I don't use the other ones, but it's up to you. You can configure and exclude file types on different filters, right? So if I come here, edit filter, notice that you can match file names, match extensions, exclude folders, and limit to the checked file types to these ones. What else do you need to see from here? I'm just gonna type F4. You can pin it so that if you switch between apps, it stays on the screen. Notice that I'm just going to switch to my browser, terminal, and it's still there. Otherwise, it's just gonna close. That's the default. If you wanna see the settings, you come here, you come to settings, and I launch it at login, of course. There's these other options. This is the default shortcut, I think, but I remapped it to F4, right? So just gonna close out of here. If I type F4, brings it up. Just gonna show you how I did that in a minute. But let's see, show the settings. I already went through this, configure file tracking and filter. Notice that this is not only for power users. I spend most of my day in the terminal, but I need to manage files outside of the terminal as well. So this is a perfect tool if you're a power user or if you're a regular user. I would highly recommend it. What else? Oh, the key map. How do I make it work with F4? Just gonna bring this file here and just gonna search for F4. Where is it? No, let me look for Trickster. Yep, this is the one. So notice that I have this key map. When I type F4, I have remapped it to send, left control, and C. How I do that? I do it in a macOS tool called Carabiner Elements. If you don't know about that tool, it's quite advanced. It's a little bit complicated. Well, I use HyperKey sublayers, so my setup is really advanced. If you want to learn more about it, let me look for the video. Carabiner. It is this one. Just go and check this out. Uploaded it 6 months ago. I explain everything in detail there. If you know about other tools, power tools like Trickster, please let me know down in the comments because I'm always interested in improving my workflow. The way that I found out about this application is in this Reddit post. Let me just go to here. Notice that I uploaded this video 2 months ago. I shared it here in Reddit. Has a lot of upvotes, 249. A lot of people liked it. I have a video, so if you want to watch this video, you can find it in my channel, of course. And someone recommended this here. Trickster. Yep, this one. So shout out to this person, Retro Triforce, or however the name is pronounced, because this tool is just wonderful. I highly recommend it. Where can you get it? Let's go here, F4, Trickster website. Here's the website, Command L. It's gonna show it. I'm going to leave it in the video description so you can get it there. Notice that you can get a 14-day trial, so you can give it a try, see if it works. Notice that it's also available on Setapp. I do have an affiliate link, so if you want to support the channel and just keep it going, I'm going to leave the link in the video description so you can get a setup trial through that link. You can try setup free for 30 days, I think it is. And it's basically just a Netflix of apps, right? So you can download and install multiple applications. The last one that I downloaded was this annotation tool that allows you to just annotate stuff on your screen. Notice that it deletes automatically, but that's something that we're gonna take a look at in another video. So if you have recommendations, please let me know in the channel. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you want to watch the video related to the macOS apps that I use, click on the video that is shown here. And if you want to watch another video in which I install macOS completely using a script, install all my applications and all that stuff, click on the link that is going to show down here. All right, so that's it for today. Hope this was useful. I'll see you in the next video.